Welcome back to the 8th session in Human Resources Management. Today we'll be talking about career planning. We have talked about different human resources practices and we've talked about what human resources is, we've talked about hiring, recruiting, planning. So today we are going to discuss career planning and management, and various aspects to it will be discussed in the session today and tomorrow, or in the next session whenever it is aired. I will help you plan your own careers, and I will also inform you about what organizations do in order to help their employees plan their careers and still stay committed to the organization. So let's get into it. As always, these are some of the resources. Okay, some definitions. Career. This is something that is very close to everybody's heart. What is a career? Career is a sequence of positions occupied by a position during the course of a lifetime. It is what you do, and what you do adds up to what you ultimately become at the peak of your work life. Career consists of a series of where one is going in one's work life in terms of it consists of a sense of where one is going in one's work life in terms of perceived talents and abilities, what you learn along the way, what you're able to demonstrate, what you're able to express, what you're able to achieve, basic values, basic core values, core principles that one lives by, what one considers as right and wrong, and the most appropriate ways of dealing with one's work. Then we have career motives and needs, which is what one really aims towards. So that is career motives and needs, and what one really wants from what one does for a living. What we do for a living is what pays the bills, but we don't just do it like a machine. We are also interested in what we are doing, and we also want to feel good about it, and we are getting something more than just money out of whatever we are doing. So all of this put together constitutes our career. What we learn, what we are able to get out of whatever we do in addition to money, and what we consider as appropriate and not so appropriate. Okay, then we come to career management. Career management is a process for enabling employees to better understand and develop their skills and interests, and to use these skills most effectively within the company and after they leave the firm. So how we learn a lot of things along the way. We learn a lot of we practice a lot of things that we may not have planned for earlier. So career management is taking whatever we learn incidentally and intentionally, and taking all of it and making a combined whole out of it, and then taking whatever we become as a result of what we learn, what we practice, what we do, and using it for our work lives, either within the same organization or outside the organization. So in a different organization, career development is the lifelong series of activities that contribute to a person's career exploration, establishment, success, and fulfillment. Management is organizing, making sense of whatever one is doing. Development is adding to whatever one has. We come across so many opportunities in our daily lives, and when we talk about career development, we are essentially talking about learning more about what we are doing in terms of where it can take us. So adding on to what we already have in a logical, systematic, planned manner. Okay, and then we come to career planning. Career planning is the formal process through which someone becomes aware of his or her personal skills, interests, knowledge, motivations, and other characteristics, and acquires information about opportunities and choices, and identifies career goals and establishes action plans to attain specific goals. So career development is adding on to whatever you have, and career planning is deciding on a direction in light of what one has and what one can get. Okay, and all of this constitutes our career. I hope I've got you interested enough in whatever I'm going to talk about today to listen to me for the next 50-55 minutes. Some challenges to career management. Some of the challenges that any discussion on career management faces is, should employees be responsible for their own career development, or should the organization that they are a part of be responsible for their career development? Okay, the other challenge is the new approach to corporate career management likely to be a passing fad, or is it here to stay? So, you know, organizations are investing in career planning and management of their employees. So, is that really something new, or something that's just a passing phase, or will organizations continue to do that? What kinds of support mechanisms are necessary to make career self-management work? So, if employees are going to be responsible for their own careers, then what kind of support systems will the organization need to provide to them in order for them to make something out of their careers? We all join a job, we all take up a job, we all take up careers with, of course, one main intention of earning money that can pay our bills. The other reason why we take up jobs is to fulfill other needs, like we discussed last time, and this is something that that we struggle with on a regular basis. We try and find out, or we struggle with this all the time, because we are trying to figure out what we need to do, what the organization needs to do to keep its employees motivated. Challenges to planning careers. Rising concerns for quality of work life and for personal life planning. You know, people want to plan their personal lives and their work lives, and where does one draw the line, and how does one balance work and career is another challenge. Pressures to expand workforce diversity through all levels of an organization is another challenge that we face. Rising educational levels and occupational aspirations, coupled with slow economic growth and reduced opportunities for advancement. So, various challenges to planning our careers. Some signs in an organization that indicate the need for the development or establishment of a career management system within an organization are: number one, is the employee more interested in capitalizing on opportunities for advancement than in maintaining adequate performance? So, is the employee more focused on achieving her or his goals than contributing to the organization's goals? Or is the employee really trying to contribute to the organization's goals? Which is the first priority for any employee? The second sign, so when we see this happening, when we see employees furthering their own careers, when we see employees working more on their own personal goals than contributing to the organization's goals, then we realize that maybe there is a need for the organization to start focusing on what the employee might need and give it to them so that they can refocus themselves, reorient themselves to what the organization wants them to do. The second sign here is, does the employee devote more attention to managing the impressions she or he makes on others than to reality? Now, this is a very profound statement. What this means is that instead of doing the work they are supposed to do, are they so busy networking that they are not able to perform to their full capacity? If that is the case, then there is something seriously wrong with what the organization is giving them. Because one big reason why we want to network with people is so that we can get what we would not have otherwise got. So, you know, impression management, maybe access to opportunities, maybe access to seniors, maybe. So all of these things combined indicate a need for managing impressions and public relations, as opposed to doing the work that is on our desks. And if employees are seen trying to make networks and make connections and contact the higher ups more than putting in the work they're supposed to be putting in, then the organization should be alerted to their need for self advancement, which is clearly not happening through the current policies and procedures laid down by the organization itself, in which case it becomes the responsibility of the organization to take care of the current policies and procedures and help the employees stay motivated and on track. Okay. Does the employee emphasize networking, flattery, and being seen at social functions over job performance? So what is more important? Like I just told you, is it to establish connections, or is it to excuse me, is it to do the work that has been assigned? And if anything is gaining a higher priority over the work that is on the employee's desk, then definitely the organization needs to start putting a career management, career progression plan in place. Career success. Some determinants of career success, again, is it occupational success? Is it progression within the organization or within that vocation or within that system? Is it job satisfaction? How do employees define success? Do they define it in terms of job satisfaction? Are they feeling comfortable with whatever they have been assigned, with the type of work they do, with the stimulation their work provides, with the challenges the work provides? Or is it moving from one position to the next, or is it moving from or is it adding on to their skills, growth and development of skills, or is it successful movement through various stages of life? Some people say that as long as I buy a house, buy a car by this age, and have a house by this age, and have a family by this age, and have this much bank balance by this age, and I'm able to retire by this age, I have led a successful life. And as long as I'm able to progress from one position to the next, I have led a successful life. I mean, we have colleagues here who are very clear on and very focused on when they would like to move from one level of the job to another level, and that I think is commendable, because of this focus their performance is impeccable. So they know how much time it will take, and they build a buffer in, and then they single-mindedly, in a very focused manner, move from say the position of an assistant professor to associate professor to full professor. They know when to apply, and they work extra hard, and they don't waste any time on any activities that are not directly contributing to this progression, which is really commendable. There are people like that in the organizations, and in different organizations, and they define their career progression in terms of, or success in terms of, being able to move from one stage of their professional or personal lives to the next as success. There are yet others who think that adding to their skills, adding to their training, learning something new, being creative is a sign of success. There are still others who say the number of friends I have, or the love I get from my family is a bigger sign of success than is progression from, say, one position to the next. So everybody defines success differently, and it is very important for an HR manager to get a pulse of the organization and to see what most employees are looking for from that organization, and then slowly build the career management systems according to that. Obviously everybody's needs cannot be catered to, but getting a sense of what most people want will be very helpful in designing anything that the organization is trying to design in order to keep them motivated. Excuse me. Career management. There are organizations that focus on individuals. Okay, now for organizations that focus on individuals, socialization is important. We've already discussed this in a previous lecture. Mentoring and reverse mentoring is something that they can do. Older employees learn new skills from new entrants. That is called reverse mentoring, or they teach and coach new entrants. So that is mentoring. Early career, impact of the first job. Again, organizations are alert to, they are aware of the impact of the first job on an employee's mind, on an employee's way of working, and also on the employee's expectations from this job that they take up. So prior history of promotions will contribute to this, functional area background will contribute to this, number of different jobs held and the diversity of situations a person has worked in will also contribute to an employee's working style and expectations from the current job. And organizations that focus on individuals, that focus on employees, that focus on the needs and satisfaction of their employees will be aware of and alert to each of these points. Individuals focusing on themselves. Okay, organizations could focus on individuals, but individuals could also be focusing on their own selves. So in this case, the key to career management for the 21st century, where individuals focus on themselves, is through various methods. The first one is self-assessment, knowing where you stand. Where do I stand? What am I here to do? Okay, where am I going? What do I need in order to move to the next level? A very clear, very honest assessment of one's own self is absolutely essential to managing one's career. Okay, so first, knowing where one stands. You don't have to declare it, you don't have to announce it, you just have to know it and be aware of everything that you have currently, your limitations, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. The typical SWOT analysis will be very helpful at this stage. The second aspect of self-reliance in the modern day work environment is career planning. One is knowing where you stand. Two is planning, knowing where you're going and how you can get there. Okay, making a list of whatever you need in order to get to point B, from point A to point B. What do you need? We were talking about needs assessment yesterday. The same thing will apply here. Where am I today? What do I know today? What do I need to know in order to reach where I want to be at the peak of my career? So that is called career planning. Opportunities these days are endless. When I was growing up, when people in my age group were growing up, when people senior to me were growing up, we did not have access to so much information and the opportunities were also limited. But these days, as long as one is committed and willing to work hard, one can succeed in any field one chooses. I'll just give you a random example. If somebody were to study the impact of classical music on growth of plants and on the life cycles of pet animals, I'm sure they could make a career out of it. So a musician could tie up with a zoologist or a botanist or with a zoo and help them improve the zoo conditions. I'm sure this kind of research is already going on. So, something like that would also find a niche in today's work environments, as long as a person is committed. Knowing which of the available opportunities to take, which of the available opportunities to make use of, is what helps one achieve one's goals in today's day and age. So that is there. Then supervisory training. It is important for everybody to know how to follow orders. It is also important to know how to direct people who one supervises. So that is another very essential aspect of learning to be self-reliant. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know who I'm, how I'm supposed to respond to my superiors. I know how to adapt to new situations, but I should also know how to supervise people who are subordinate to me, people who are junior to me, people who have been entrusted to my care and my supervision. So supervisory training is another very essential aspect of being self-reliant in today's day and age. The last portion here is succession planning. Let's admit it. There is nobody who work will stop for. Time waits for nobody, work waits for nobody. You leave a job, somebody else comes and takes over. So none of us are indispensable, and if we become indispensable, we end up doing a massive disservice to the organization that we are a part of. Okay, so being indispensable is no longer a strength, which means that we have to plan judiciously for handing over our responsibilities to the other person who is going to be in our position when we leave that position. For various reasons, we all fall sick, we all have exigencies in our families, we all have opportunities that we want to make use of, so we want to leave what we are doing currently and go and train, learn something new, take a break from work. We all go on vacation. We can't constantly, we may be at our jobs say 24/7 for several weeks, months, maybe a couple of years, but at some point we have to just say, okay, that's it, I've had enough, I need to get away from here. The work cannot stop there. So succession planning is absolutely essential. How does one select a field of employment and an employer? Okay, now I'm coming to personal planning. Okay, the first thing we think of is how does one select which field one wants to go in, which field one wants to be a part of, and who one wants to work for. So the first thing here is macro long range objective. Think in terms of where you ultimately want to be, recognizing that your career goals will change over time. Now I'm talking to you as an employee of an organization. It's very essential to know where one is headed, and it's also essential to accept that our goals are going to change with the time. They are going to be influenced by external forces, they could be influenced by our family situation, they could be influenced by a large number of things, but at the same time it doesn't take away the need for planning. View every potential employer and position in terms of your long range career goal. Wherever you take up a job, please know very clearly how it is going to help you achieve the ultimate objective that you are moving forward for. Okay, that is absolutely essential. You should know what your long-term goal is, and you should know how to get there. And anytime you come across an opportunity, please understand, please be aware, please go through it in as much detail as possible and identify how this is going to help you achieve your career objective. Accept short-term trade-offs for long-term benefits. Another very essential point. So anytime you are faced with a choice, assess that choice or evaluate that choice or weigh that choice in terms of what it will bring to you in the long term, and then decide whether you want to go one way or another. Consider carefully whether to accept highly specialized jobs or isolated job assignments that might restrict or impede your visibility and career development. Many times we take up positions, we agree to doing certain things in the interest of the brand that they may be associated with, not realizing that they would take up so much of our time that the time we could have spent on achieving our long-term goals is being taken away, and our goals could become foggy. So that should not happen. You should know where you are headed, and even if an opportunity seems very lucrative or very appealing, one should weigh it in terms of the long-term goal that one wants to achieve, and then see whether one wants to take up that opportunity or not. Please know that there is no dearth of opportunity in today's day and age. If you miss out on one job, you will find another one. Okay, that's what I keep telling my students. They get so disheartened when they don't make it to a particular organization when companies come for placements. And I can tell you for a fact, if you have the capacity to listen to this lecture at any point in the future, which means you have a constant, a ready internet connection, you will always have a job in hand, provided you're willing to work for it. Okay, so there is no dearth of opportunity, of specialized opportunities, of general opportunities. I mean, the world is open. People need people who can really work. So you should know where you are headed and which opportunity to take and which to let go of. I'm not saying let go of all the opportunities, but be careful in selecting which ones you want to spend time on. Knowing where you are, be aware of the opportunities available to you in your current position. Please be honest while evaluating yourself. Be honest to yourself. Be realistic. Know exactly where you stand. You don't have to declare it to anyone. You don't have to share the information with anyone. But you should know what you need to learn. Confidence is good. Overconfidence is not good. And you'll say, why are we having a session on career management? Why is she training us on career management in a class on human resources? In order to be able to help others or help different employees in the organization identify their career goals, you should first know where you stand as an employee, as a person, as a working professional yourself, before being able to direct others. So you have to be able to identify your own position. Okay. So be aware of the opportunities available to you and know how to which ones to make use of. Carefully and honestly assess your current performance. Know exactly where you stand, what you can do, what you cannot do, how do you see yourself, and how do you think higher management sees your performance. One has to be realistic. One has to be absolutely honest about where one stands, and one has to be realistic in terms of what others see in us. Why should they spend any time training us or employing us, or what can we give to the organization? Try to recognize when you and your organization have outlived your utility for each other. Our life cycles, our associations with the organizations that we are a part of have a life cycle. Sometimes we stay with the organization for our entire lives. Sometimes we realize that maybe this is not what we really wanted. So in such a situation, it's very essential to know where one stands and how much and when one should move out. Okay, so try and recognize when your organization and you have had enough of each other and when it is time to move on, and keep developing your skills for being able to move out when you really need to move out. Self-development. This section I would really urge you to focus on. Please listen to everything I say in this section. There is an exercise that I will not be evaluating that I would really urge you to do, as you're going through this section or after the lecture ends, because I've found this exercise to be very helpful for my current students. I have every batch that I teach do this exercise. Okay. Domains of self-development. It is important to identify where one's preference lies. In terms of, there are three main domains that have been identified by researchers. One is money. Let's be honest, we work in order to get the money from the organization, in order to earn from the organization that we work for. So it's very important to know how much money one wants to make. I would like to make crores of dollars. I don't know if that will ever materialize, but then again, we need to be at least realistically informed about how much money, where will we feel satisfied, how much money do we want to have in our kitty at the end of every month, at the end of every year, so we feel satisfied. Okay, how important is money to you? Another very important aspect. Is it more important for you than your family relationships? Is it more important for you than building your skill levels? Is it more important for you than your values? Some amount of money is important for everybody, but then where would you focus on things other than money if you were given a choice? What are you willing to sacrifice to make money? Very important to know this again in your own mind. Again, I'm repeating, you don't need to declare this to anyone, you don't need to announce this to anyone, but you do need to know about these things in your mind. Work. What kind of work do you want to do? What do you want to do day in and day out? When my students ask me, I tell them to identify what they like to do and what they do not like to do. And the acid test that I ask them to use is, what would you like to do at 4 o'clock in the morning when you have 104 degrees temperature? If somebody were to wake you up and ask you what you want to do, what kind of work is it that will still motivate you, despite being so sick, despite having a clogged nose and 104 degrees temperature? If given an opportunity, what kind of work would you feel most interested in doing? Is it sitting at a desk and punching numbers? Is it calling up people? Is it talking to people? Is it traveling? I mean, what will you feel motivated for? So you must identify the nuts and bolts of what you like to do and what you do not like to do. The second level of this is, what kind of work fits your strengths and values? What are you good at? It's not only what you want to do, but what are you really good at? And what is it that is very much in line with your ethical standards, with your value systems? What is in line with what you believe to be right and appropriate? And another excuse me, another aspect of this domain is, what level of responsibility do you want? If you want to take on the responsibility of the entire organization, then maybe you should go and own a business. But some of us are not very comfortable taking on that kind of responsibility. So we say, yeah, it's okay to take on the responsibility up to this point, beyond which, if given a chance to take a vacation, I would like to give it all up, hand it over to somebody and go and at least take a break from work. So where does one draw the line in terms of responsibility? It's very important to identify this. Then life. What do you want outside of work? How important is family to you? Work is not and should not be the be all and end all of our existence. Work is important, but work is not everything. Okay, you need to have, we all have our own priorities outside of work. It's family, sometimes it's personal development, it's friends, it could be anything. So knowing what these other priorities are is very important. Once you know what is important for you and how much, and what you're willing to, the amount of time and effort you're willing to spend on each of these domains, then one needs to start developing one's life. Identify your mission, the business you would like to be in, the kind of work you would like to be in, the kind of work environment that you would like to be in, and the role you would need to, or you would want to play. Keep learning. Okay, if you are interested in the organization, in the type of work that you are assigned, you will want to keep learning, you will want to keep developing, you will want to keep advancing in that particular organization or field. Okay, so keep learning, identify what you can learn to improve your potential, and the skills that you can add to what you currently know and help you in your larger goal in life. Develop competencies, look ahead and do what you need to do in order to take care of the larger goal in life. So keep learning, develop your skills, develop your competencies, develop what you know and what you can learn, and find a mentor. I'm not talking about a guru or a baba or anyone. I'm only talking about somebody senior to you who you trust, somebody who has adopted a path similar to the one you want to travel on, and find what they have learnt along the way, what they've been able to do, what they've not been able to do, and seek their help in moving along on the same path. So it's very important to identify which direction you're going to be taking. Advancement suggestions. Development is adding on. Advancement is actually physically making a move from point A to point B. Okay, development relates to enriching yourself. Advancement actually relates to progression in one's career. These are the steps you can take to improve your chances of being considered for advancement. Market yourself. Know the industry, know the people in the industry. Let them know how good you are. If you really want to reach the peak of your career, show them how good you are. If you're in academics, one way of marketing yourself is by publishing, another one is presenting at conferences, networking, undertaking joint projects with others. So, find somebody or find an audience or readership for your work and let people know how good you are, how great you are at what you do. Okay, through an acceptable channel of marketing yourself. The second part is understand the business trends, understand what the industry is looking for from people like you. Okay, resolve problems, find solutions to problems, find out where you can improve as far as your own work goes, and find ways to solve these problems. Improve your communication skills. Excuse me. Knowing what you know best is great, but even more important than that is being able to let the world know what you can do with the knowledge you have. Okay, so unless you have the right or an appropriate or an optimum level of communication skills, you will not be able to progress in your career. You should know how to communicate what you know and how to communicate what you can do to people who will be able to make use of it. It's very important to focus on your life. Okay, please see the staircase as a staircase going upwards. I know you can see it in many ways. This is a staircase going upwards. Okay, and right in the center, right in the vortex of this staircase is your career objective. The staircase is as long and tedious as it seems for every single person on this planet. It may not seem so, but every one of us is struggling with every step on the staircase. So you need to plan. Now, planning for your careers helps you decide the number of steps you need to take to reach your career objective. Okay, career objective is what you want to be at the peak of your career. So when you plan, you decide the number of steps you need to take or the number of steps you need to climb in order to reach your career objective. The total time you will take to reach your career objective is something that planning will help you understand. The amount of energy you will need to reach your career objective is another thing that planning will help you figure out. Okay, so you need to be intelligent enough, you need to find a mentor, and then you need to be realistic in terms of how much energy you will need, how much time you will spend, and the number of times you will need to reach or can recharge your batteries. At what point will you be able to take a break, and when will you need to keep going on despite your exhaustion and everything, and the time you can spend at each step or landing. So you will also need to make a judicious, informed, intelligent assessment of the amount of time you will need to wait after each or can wait after each step has been achieved or climbed, so that your batteries are recharged and you have accumulated, you've had a fresh look at whatever you'd been doing and then continue moving on. So this is metaphorical, but it can be used in planning of your career objectives. Career objective is one short, crisp sentence about where you want to be at the peak of your career. And a profile summary is, you must have seen this in some resumes. It's a short paragraph that summarizes your life and persuades the employer to read the rest of your resume. Now, this is the exercise I was talking about. Okay, please pause the presentation. Please pause this video and take out your pens and papers and take this time as your starting point and write down as crisply as possible where you would like to be at the peak of your career, preferably in not more than 20 words. The reason I'm suggesting a word limit is that you will be able to focus more if you have a fewer number of words available to you. So don't say things like, I would like to be a productive member of society. Everybody wants to be a productive member of society. I would like to be a world-class researcher and academic in the area of communication studies. I would like to be an expert in developing research material or research tools for academic institutions. I would like to be the best human resources manager, or I would like to be the head of human resources in an FMCG company. I would like to have a or establish a company with more than 5,000 employees by the time I'm 40. So something like that would be your career objective. Write it down in not more than 20 words. Nobody is going to look at it. This is your own personal assessment. The second part of this exercise, you take this time as your starting point and develop a profile summary of not more than 50 words to highlight your achievements till date and focus them towards the career objective you have talked about earlier. Okay, so write down who you are today. What are you today? I have an excellent record of research-based training. I have an excellent record of commitment through the various student activities I have participated in, or through the various, which is exhibited through the projects I have taken to fruition, etc. So write this down. Break it up into maybe 4 or 5 short sentences and write down what you have achieved till date. Profile summary is an overview of what is contained in your resume. Profile summary is what helps the employer see who you are without having to go through your entire resume. So read this, write it down. And the third part of this exercise is develop a roadmap for your career, taking this time as your starting point. Today, put down today's date, the date on which you start making this, and then identify exact specific dates and say the next step in this journey will be completed by so and so date. These are the resources I will need. This is the training I will need. These are the things that could limit or stop or impede my progress from step 1 to step 2, and so on. And make a list of those things till you've covered every step. Could be 5 steps, could be 50 steps, could be 500 steps from today until you reach the peak of your career. But make a detailed plan of how and when you will be able to achieve your career objective, the same objective that you have listed or you have written down in the first part of this exercise. And from time to time, go back, revisit this personal roadmap and see what you were able to do, what you were not able to do, where you stopped, where you took a break, where you took a breather, what helped you move on and what impeded your success. This is going to really help you in planning the rest of your lives and moving in a focused manner towards your career objective. This is the feedback I have received from my students about this particular exercise. So please do it in your own time. I would like to share with you Hewlett-Packard's career self-management program, which is a written self-interview regarding the life and dreams outside of the workplace. So people, this is an example that is well respected, well known in the industry. It's a written self-interview regarding the life and dreams of the employees of Hewlett-Packard. Regarding their life and dreams outside of the workplace. It has a strong vocational interest inventory which has 325 questions that determine the preference of these employees about occupations, academic subjects, types of people, etc. It is an interest profile developed by Allport Vernon Lindsay study of values. There are 45 choices among competing values in order to measure the relative strength of theoretical, economic, aesthetic, social, political and religious values. So this is one part of the self-management program. Another thing that employees of Hewlett-Packard do is write up 24-hour diaries, which is a log of activities during one work day. Then Hewlett-Packard also conducts interviews with 2 significant others for every employee regarding the specific employee, and they also try and map lifestyle representations using tools other than words. So they have a very, very well set, well established, very rich self-management program, and the results of all of these tools are then conveyed to the employees who then go through them and then write down or manage the rest of their careers. Okay, how do you plan your exit? So you have managed your career, you've planned your career, you've decided where you want to go, what you want to do. Now the time comes to cut your bonds with the organization. At that point, if you are really planning to quit the organization, it will help to try to leave at your convenience and not when the organization wants you to leave. So this is something that had been suggested to me by my mentors, and I will say the same thing to you. It's always best to leave any organization that you plan to leave at the peak of your career, at the peak of your performance in that organization, so that you always have a place to come back to in case there is any problem. Okay, leave your current organization on good terms and not under questionable circumstances. Okay, so if you have decided to leave your job, at that point it will be very helpful to be on good terms, to mend your bridges and not burn them, and to have a strong network and leave the organization with something very positive in mind, instead of leaving on a bad note, instead of quitting, instead of shouting, instead of breaking off from them. And don't leave your job till you've got another one. Proactive career management is about boundary-less careers. Proactive career management is about planning for careers that are boundary-less. This is the new thing that is coming up these days, and boundaryless careers are careers that include portable knowledge, skills and abilities across multiple firms. So you should have a nice kitty, a nice basket of skills, abilities and attitudes and knowledge within your kitty that you can take to any firm, any organization, and have and make use of it there. Personal identification with meaningful work. So in boundaryless careers, you only take up work that you can personally identify with, that you can personally get involved in, that seems meaningful to you. Boundaryless careers also involve on-the-job action learning. You become a consultant, you know the general principles of management, but you apply these general principles to specific situations on the job, and you learn with every experience that you garner. Development of multiple networks of associates and peer learning relationships. is another characteristic of boundaryless careers. So when you have a career that is boundaryless, that is not restricted to any particular organization, then one develops multiple networks, many networks, many friendships, many channels of communication, and forms associations with peers, with people at the same level as this person, who can teach or who one learns from as one goes along. And one takes on the responsibility for managing one's own career, as opposed to waiting for the organization to promote us. Some methods of career management. The first is role of employer, who can provide a tailored in-house career management method. For example, the HP Career Self-Management Program. They could also organize career planning workshops. They could have lifelong learning budgets, which means a certain sum of money is allocated to helping the employee learn or get training throughout one's life. Then there could also be role reversal or reverse mentoring, like I mentioned earlier. There could be career success teams, acknowledging and applauding a person's career. Somebody could be assigned to do this on a regular basis. There could be career coaches within the organization, people who can help junior employees progress in their careers. There could also be online programs that could help employees learn new skills and and practice the new skills they learn. The other thing here is, you could have commitment oriented career development efforts, for example, career oriented appraisals. So employees could be put through performance appraisals that are specifically oriented towards and geared towards helping them improve their careers and advance in their careers. There could be mentoring, which is coaching that focuses on daily tasks that you can easily relearn. Okay, and there could be effective mentoring, so which could include trust, professional competence, consistency, and the ability to communicate and readiness to share control. So these are some of the methods in the that organizations can adopt to help manage the careers of employees within the organizations. Meeting the challenges of effective career development. How do organizations meet challenges of effective career development? The first part is the assessment phase, in which the strengths and weaknesses of employees to help employees are identified, and in this the employees are advised to choose careers that are realistically obtainable and a good fit. So to achieve the weakness they need to overcome to achieve their career goals. Okay, so the assessment phase essentially is helps organizations determine weaknesses they need, or determine the weaknesses they have, not need, but they need to overcome the weaknesses employees have and the weaknesses they need to overcome in order to achieve their career goals. Some ways in which one can assess one's own self is through career workbooks, which include skill assessment exercises, which also include value clarification techniques, in which one is helped to clarify the set of values one brings to the table. So that is one. Then there could be career planning workshops that one could go in for, and that one could be a part of, and that one could learn from. One could also focus on career anchors. Now, what are career anchors? Career anchors are core values of workers. The identification of career anchors helps with it's important to know where one stands, what is driving one in one's career. So the identification can be done through the career anchors orientation inventory developed by Shine. The implications for each career anchor so identified are: one, it gives the worker an opportunity to develop work standards and to mentor others. It also gives the worker opportunities to lead projects or teams. Once one knows where one is going, what is driving one's career, then we learn to lead projects and teams. It also helps to ask the worker to take on the role of an internal consultant and tackle workplace problems. It helps the worker know that staying in his or her current position is an option and not a requirement. It gives the worker new projects and lets him or her develop ideas as an internal entrepreneur. It also offers the worker some responsibility for company programs. So worker can be given some responsibility for a company program based on one's anchors. Anchors can also be used to set stretch goals with the worker and goals that can be modified with the times and empower him or her to make decisions needed to get there. It can also be used to offer the worker flexibility in his or her work schedule and the opportunity to work from home depending on what is really the driving force. The assessment phase includes organizational assessment at the organizational level. That includes assessment centers which conduct situational exercises such as interviews, in-basket exercises and business games, which give feedback and direction to workers, which measure competencies needed for particular jobs and provide participants with feedback about their strengths and weaknesses. Then the other aspect of organizational assessment is psychological testing for testing of personality, attitudes, interest inventories, etc. Could be through performance appraisals, could be through promotability forecasts, which are decisions made by managers regarding the advancement potential of their subordinates, and could be through succession planning. We will deal with succession planning in the next session. The other aspect of career development is the direction phase, in which a direction is given to the new employees. It involves determining the type of career that employees want and the steps they must take to realize their career goals. So this includes individual career counseling and information services that can help direct the career of the employee. And then the third aspect is development phase of career development, which includes mentoring, coaching, tuition assistance programs and job rotation. We will cover more of this in the session tomorrow. So for now I would just like you to focus on developing or understanding what your own career objective is, going through that exercise and maybe giving it a thought as to how one's own current standing can be assessed, and we will take up development and direction tomorrow in greater detail. Thank you very much for listening.